Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. Now let's jump right into your reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so take the reading how it resonates. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Remember that I am only the messenger. So try to tune into your own intuition as well to see, how you can figure out the pieces of the puzzle, as you do have free will, okay? And just remember that I do practice my work with love and peace always. Okay, let's see. We're going to go into your past, present, future position, who and what is coming towards you. Also, what is in your challenge position, how to overcome that challenge, and what is in your opportunity as well. Now, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It really helps support me, and it helps support the channel so that it can continue growing as well. And of course, if you do enjoy these readings, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Now, let's see. I see a few signs coming through the reading. You could be dealing with the sign of Cancer. I see the sign of Pisces, Aries showing up in the reading. Taurus, Libra. What else do we have here? Pisces, Aries, I did say those, right? Okay, now let's start off with your dominant energy. If you want to watch the link to the extended, remember the link to the extended is down in the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and see. Okay, so you are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. And you have here distance. Okay, let's see what that's all about. So it says here distance with the number 57. How does that number resonate for you? Does it have some kind of a significant meaning? Also, number 5 plus 7 is equal to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The number 12 is reduced to the number 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So if you see number 3, 3, 3, 3, 12, 12 anywhere, okay, then that is an indication where you need to communicate, okay? The lines of communication need to be opened up in order for things to become more clear. If you feel like the lines of communication have been closed off, don't worry, because they soon will open up for you. There could have been some kind of miscommunication, misunderstanding that requires clear communication. And remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about talking, communicating, but it's also about listening. So here you have distance, okay? And there's a world there. There's two hands holding the world, okay? Distance. This could be related to travel, related to you being, in one place, one location, your dream person, desire, where you want to be in life, or maybe you're thinking about moving, distance. We're going to see what this is all about. You could be separated from someone or at a distance from something, someone that you want, or a place that you want to be at. Separated by states, by countries, continents, and oceans, could have met in unusual circumstances while traveling or in an airport or at a train station. So this could be pertaining to a person or an idea that you got while traveling, a person that you met while traveling. If you have not yet traveled and you've been thinking about traveling or going somewhere, you could potentially meet somebody that is very special. Somebody here that has some kind of part to play in your life, some kind of a soulmate, a kindred soul, kindred spirit. You can meet this person while traveling in an airport or at a train station. And this person could be from another country, from another place, from another, location. They could come from a different background than you as well. Again, this could either have happened, will be happening. Let me know in the comments below. It says here, even with this distance, I know that we are never truly apart. We have had an instant connection that can never be matched. I will travel the world to get closer to you. So for some of you, you are about to meet a person where perhaps, again, you see them, somewhere, and then you're like, God, why can't I forget about that person? Or maybe you had like a brief little chit chat, and all of a sudden you see them again, or you want to see them again. For others of you, this is about to happen. Okay, you're about to meet somebody who might be very different than you. They might live far from you, and you might say to yourself, gosh, well, how is this going to work? I felt the connection, or I feel the connection, or I feel drawn to that location, to that job, but it's so far away from me. It doesn't matter the distance. If you really want something, if that something really wants you, okay, whether it's a person, place, thing, it's going to happen. Okay, so distance. Let me know in the comments below again how this all resonates for you. Now, at the bottom of this other deck, you have here the Queen of Swords, okay? So with the Queen of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, this is all pertaining to the fact that you're a very logical person, right? You are represented there as a Queen of Swords. Right now, you're approaching things, people, situations in a rather practical, logical kind of way. You're not really wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're being very weary about things instead of just kind of jumping into situations. I feel that right now you could come across as a little bit cold. You could come across to people as a little bit kind of like, like, oh gosh, like that person is so insensitive. But I feel that it's not really insensitivity. I feel like you've learned a lot through life. You've had some lessons, and that have taught you a lot. And your approach right now, currently, towards a person, a place, or a situation that you're dealing with right now is, again, maybe a little cold, maybe a little bit logical, a little bit practical, okay, for people around you, okay? We're going to see what that's all pertaining to. If this is not you towards someone, it could be someone here towards you behaving in this way, or perhaps this is the way that this person is with you right now. Now, in your challenge position, you have here the Hanged Man, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. So, part of the challenge for you has to do with right now, you're not sure if you want to continue sacrificing yourself or something or someone in your life. Right now, you're kind of thinking about, should I continue sacrificing my happiness? Is this going to be worth the sacrifice? If you're thinking about getting involved into something, it could be right now that you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to be worth my sacrifice, or if this is worth the sacrifice that I'm making here. But I am feeling very, very strongly that for a lot of you, this could be a financial matter. This could be some kind of financial situation where right now you're not sure if you're willing to make the sacrifice, because you're like, I'm not sure if this person's going to be able to be there for me, or to help me out, or to give their fair share, or if this is you feeling challenged, like you're not getting the financial help that you want, it could be a little bit kind of challenging for you to want to continue investing or sacrificing yourself for something that, you kind of feel like either somebody's breadcrumbing you, or somebody's giving you just like little bits and pieces of their money, of their time, of what they promised, right? You could be feeling a little bit like breadcrumb, like, I'm not sure if this is good for me. Perhaps at one point you didn't realize your worth, but now it's like you're kind of finding out that you want more out of this, out of life, out of this situation. Okay. Now, I'm also seeing here that with the Knight of Swords, it could be a little bit challenging for you to want to continue moving forward with this. I feel like right now you're either putting the brakes on and you're like, I don't know. Let me just, wait off on this. Let me think it through. You're not even sure if you're wanting to communicate anymore. Even communication for you is kind of like a big deal. Like, oh God, I'm just so tired of like going over this time and time again. So for some of you, I feel that you're putting the brakes on movement forward. Perhaps at one point you were giving it your all, you were communicating, you were there. But right now I feel like you find it a little bit challenging. For others of you, it could be the fact that somebody has been rather harsh with you. Somebody here has been acting in a rather pushy, harsh kind of way, like perhaps you're not ready for something or to do something, okay, that this person is ready for. And so that's where, things kind of get a little bit out of balance, okay? Now, I'm also seeing here, it says sweets. You are like candy, cake, and chocolate. The decadence of your soul makes me melt. So it's very challenging as well for you, because on one side of this situation, you really want it. You're like, oh God, this is like candy, right? Candy, cake, and chocolate. I mean, if you think of candy, cake, and chocolate, these are foods that are not very healthy to be consumed on a daily basis, all day, every day, right? That's, dessert. Consider like dessert, a sweet sweet treats that you can have every now and then, because otherwise too much sugar can lead to different problems, right? As we've seen. So, this is a situation that, yeah, on one side, you're like, okay, I really enjoy it, right? It's kind of like those type of connections or situations or indulgences. It could be just a simple indulgence. It could literally be food, right? Those foods that you can indulge and you're like, oh gosh, like for me, I love ice cream, but I know that I can't have ice cream every day. It has too much sugar. It's got a lot of fat, it's just too much. It's nice to enjoy, every now and then. And this could be a connection. This could be a person. You're like, okay, it could be something that can turn into something toxic if you have too much of it, right? Too much of a good thing can lead to something that's not so good. Okay. So that could be part of the challenge. It's like, am I willing to sacrifice for this? Yeah. On one hand, I really want it. It really satisfies me in this way. But then, when you eat too much sugar the next morning, you're just like, you crash. You're just like no energy, little energy, right? It's just like no good. Okay. So one of those kind of connection situations, whatever that is for you, let me know in the comments below. Now, in the recent past, you have here the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Yeah. So, in the recent past, I feel like there was a situation here, okay, that was really burdening you. It was really, really causing kind of like a lot of stress. I feel like you took on more than your fair share. You took on more than what you needed to. I feel that this situation, person, place, relationship, thing, job, whatever this was in the recent past, it was already becoming kind of like, like a burden. You were carrying all the responsibility. I feel like instead of it making you happy, it was making you feel tired. It was making you feel overwhelmed. It was making you feel like, gosh, when is this ever going to be over, And I feel like it was a very slow moving process. It was a very slow moving energy, very slow moving process. I feel like you expected things to move forward more quickly, or you expected something out of it. Like you expected some result, or you expected a promise to come to fruition in a more rapid kind of way, and it did not happen in that way. I feel like at some point you kind of like snapped out of it and you were like, you know what, I'm going to go after what I want because this is way too slow for my own good, and I feel like you started doing things, you started planning things, for yourself. You started doing things, for yourself, and you started planning your life. You started doing other things that were kind of like taking you on a different route to where you want it to be, because this situation, person, place, or thing, it wasn't really, giving you what you wanted, or it was too slow for what you wanted, that kind of vibe, and I feel that for some of you guys, you had to confront yourself, or you had to confront the person, or there was some kind of confrontation. There could have been some kind of confrontation where you had to say, you know what, I need to take my power back. I have to stop giving my power away, because the more that I give my power to this person, and at the moment you didn't realize that that's what you were doing. I feel like you just felt like you were trying, you were just putting from your part. But then, you realize, you know what, the more that I try to fix this person, the more that I try to fix the situation, the more that I try to not, let it crumble, the worse that it gets. And so that's where you were like, you know what, to hell with it. I'm just going to go do my own thing, and I'm going to pursue my own situation, my own dreams, my own desires. I'm going to do it my way, right? There could have been a confrontation for some of you. So planning here, yeah, I've been preparing an offer for you, and you will be shocked and surprised. I feel that for some of you guys, somebody made a promise to you, like, oh no, I promise you, I have something, that I'm working on. I'm working on this, I'm working on that. But you kind of grew tired of like, okay, well, where is it? When is this going to happen? When am I going to get a pay raise? When am I going to, get the results? Where's the money? Where, when am I going to get the appreciation or the accolades or the higher position in the situation? Or when are we going to commit, or whatever, right? I feel that at some point you started, like I said, to plan your own life, and you started to say, you know what, I'm just going to prepare for myself. Okay. And I'm sensing here that you might have shocked this person. You may have surprised them with whatever it is that, you were planning on your own, because this person did not expect that. Now, right now, currently speaking in the present energy, you have the 7 of Wands, you have the 7 of Swords, and the Empress. So yeah, right now I'm seeing that there's a situation where someone is being very stubborn, okay? Whether you're being very stubborn, this person's being very stubborn. Somebody here is really, being challenged. If this is you're being challenged by things that people are not okay with. Okay, it's like you want one thing, but then the rest of the world is like looking at you like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You know, because you're the only one that's doing it differently or that's doing it your own way. I feel that for some of you guys, it could be difficult for you to deal with these energies because it's kind of like you have to stand your ground right now. You have to stand firmly on what you believe in. Excuse me. And the Seven of Swords has to do with the fact that somebody here is kind of like determined. You know, someone here is determined to make something grow, but in a way where they don't want to take responsibility. Okay, somebody here is like, well, you know what? I'm determined for this to go my way, okay, and we're gonna do this and this and this and that this way. But you know, it's like they're doing it in a very kind of sneaky kind of way, okay, where on the surface it might seem like, okay, well, this person seems like they know what they want, etc. But when you look deeper, I feel like they're just trying to, again, place responsibility onto you in order to see this grow in some kind of way, shape, or form. Again, this could be career related, family, friends, love, whatever this is for you. Let me know in the comments below. But for sure, there's some kind of deceitful energy, somebody here who might be going about a situation in a very sneaky kind of way, and or, you know, not wanting to take responsibility, trying to take a shortcut, but yet they still want it all, right? They want something to grow, but how is something going to grow from sneaky behavior, from something that isn't real, something that isn't honest, something that isn't really pure? It could be the fact that somebody wants something to grow, but they still have trust issues, right? Oh, well, I want this to grow, but because I have trust issues, then you're going to have to call me every single day at this time, and you're going to have to be home every single day at this time. I mean, okay, fine. You know, like, sure, you're trying to heal your trust issues, but why am I the one taking responsibility for your trust issues, right? I mean, this is just an example. It could literally be anything. It's like somebody here who's trying to do something in a rather sneaky kind of way to get the results that on the surface seem like, okay, that sounds good, right? But when you look deeper, you're like, I don't like the way that you're going about this. I don't think this is fair, you know, in a sense. I do see growth there. However, I do see that this does have the potential to grow. However, again, it's all about, you know, it's like there needs to be fairness. You know, there needs to be a compromise. There needs to be honesty. There needs to be clarity. There needs to be transparency. Now, here you have 3D. I've been programmed to focus on tangible items, materialism, money, what is right in front of me, beauty, aesthetics. So whoever this person is, again, this could be you, this could be this person. Somebody here is too focused on the surface, like I said, like, oh, the beauty aspects of the situation, of the person, the physical aspects of how it looks, the money aspects of how much money it brings in, okay? Just superficial things, right? However, there is something here that needs to go deeper if you want it to grow in the right kind of beautiful way, instead of it growing in a twisted kind of way, right? I mean, things can grow. They can either grow in a toxic way, right? Or they can grow in a healthier way. And so I feel like what this is saying is that somebody is too stuck in their 3D desires, too stuck in their 3D kind of view of the situation, of life, of the business, of the relationship. Okay, and somebody here has been programmed to focus only on the 3D, on materialism, tangible items, money, and what is right in front of them, beauty, superficial things, makeup, all that stuff, right? Instead of focusing in on the essence of how can we make this grow, right? We can't just focus in on the surface level, because then again, it's not going to be set in something solid. You know, the foundation needs to be solid. Now, let me know in the comments below what that's all pertaining to. How does that resonate for you? In the near future, you have the High Priestess, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. So yeah, in the near future, I see here that some kind of secrets are going to be exposed, and they will definitely cause some kind of conflict. Okay, there will be conflict in the near future. Sometimes conflict is necessary in order for things to, you know, kind of go towards something healthier in a sense. Okay. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening. Use your intuition with regards to this person, with regards to this situation. Again, there could be a conflict between you and one person, between you and a group of people. There could be a sense of jealousy, a sense of competition, but I feel that you need to stay grounded. I'm sensing here that somebody might have control issues. They might be wanting to control the outcome by always fighting, by always arguing. But again, you stay quiet, you stay calm, you stay in your own lane, and don't go into triggering energy. Somebody here might be trying to trigger you in the near future, but again, stand your ground. The Emperor energy, it's a very solid type of energy. You know, when the Emperor shows up like this, I'm sensing here that it's telling you that you are here, you know, to remember in the near future that, you know, you have power over the situation. Okay. And you got to understand your power through the way that you move that power, you direct that power. Are you going to direct that power by getting triggered? Okay. Or are you going to direct that power by, you know, being aware and being aware that, hey, you know what, this person's trying to trigger me, right? So I'm not going to react. Okay. And that's the power of the Emperor. The power of the Emperor is the fact that he knows his power. He does not give away his power. He doesn't ever have to fight to get his power back because he's always in his power. Okay. So don't give your power away in the near future. Yes, there will be conflict, but again, don't get involved in the drama. Stay quiet, stay tuned. I feel like you're going to have a lot of more knowledge in the near future, a lot of more secrets. It's kind of like, you know, in the movie, sometimes you see that person that knows everything about the drama that's going on outside of them. And it's like, okay, that person can literally, just by saying one thing, okay, can literally like just clear out that drama because they know all about it, right? They know the real truth about it. So I feel here that just hold on to your truth. Don't kind of, you know, make it worse than what it needs to be. Hold on to your truth, and when the time is right, you can, you know, use that in your favor or to your advantage. But I feel like you're not even going to need to. Nourishment in the near future. You feed my mind and nourish my soul. Your energy helps me keep going. So I feel that again, you will realize that it's your energy, the power that you hold, that actually nourishes connections or a particular connection, a particular environment, a particular person. Again, by you not giving your power away, by you standing in your power, by you knowing your worth, by you knowing your value, that's how you will be able to nourish this situation, to calm down, you know, those fires that perhaps, you know, somebody's angry at you or starting drama, whatever the case may be. For others of you, somebody here is, you know, realizing that you're the only one that nourishes their soul. Your energy is the only energy that helps this person keep going. Okay. Nourishment. Of course, this could be you towards somebody else as well. Now, in your opportunity, you have here the Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, the World. Yeah. So, you know, your opportunity has to do with something coming to the light, something here that has been making you feel rather emotional, rather confused. I feel like for some of you guys, this has to do with some kind of financial matter. If you come across some kind of financial matter or have been struggling with finances, ask an expert, because I feel like whatever this financial matter is, if you ask an expert, that expert will be able to help you out to get out of that problematic situation. Now, I see a financial blessing also coming for you, okay, as part of your opportunity. And I feel like, you know, this financial blessing, you can actually negotiate for more. So don't just accept the first offer. You know, I feel like you're able to really, you know, say, okay, you know what, sure, you know, I like this opportunity, but how about we add this and we add that, right? I feel like you can end up getting more than what this person, situation, opportunity is offering you, okay? Because I see a lot of abundance. I see independence. I see you enjoying the fruits of your labor, and you will have a chance to finally close out a chapter in your life, okay, that has been lingering. I feel like it's a chapter where you've gone as far as you needed to go in this chapter of your life, whether it's a relationship, a connection, a job. And I feel that you're going to feel so financially stable, so financially confident, okay, with these opportunities being shown to you, that you're going to find it easier to close out that chapter that perhaps until now, it has been difficult for you to accept as a closure. Okay. Now, I feel like at the end of this whole thing, somebody here might also come in to ask you out or invite you somewhere. Say yes. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So part of the opportunity here also is learning how to trust again, learning how to trust yourself, how to trust in other people. Untrustworthy, it says here. What are you looking at? I've made mistakes in light in the past. Will you ever trust me again? Somebody here will be coming in, okay, to apologize, to see if you can trust them again. I mean, of course, that's your free will. I feel that for a lot of you guys, you're closing out that chapter of your life, okay? And you might be saying, you know what? I'm glad that you're realizing that, but I'm good, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get a yes or no question answer going before I answer it. Go ahead and ask your question. You will be getting a yes or no. So is this a yes or a no? Ready? Ask your question. And drum roll, you have here 7 of Cups. That is a definite yes. If right now you feel like you don't have any other option than to stay where you are, don't worry. Okay, be open-minded, because soon you will find out that you have a lot of options right in front of you. You're going to literally be shown that you have a lot of options. Okay, you can go in different directions. You're going to be, getting a lot of offers, whether that's love offers, whether that's financial offers. For sure, financial offers. I see a lot of financial, stuff here in your reading. Okay, but you're definitely going to be, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of options. So right now, don't feel like, oh, this is the only option that I have. I guess I have to do this, because again, very soon to come, you're going to have a lot more to look forward to. Now we're going to be jumping into the extended. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. And right now, all of my personal readings are $20 off using the special discount code GOODLUCK20. You can check the personal reading link down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.